Good morning, this is News 12 Connecticut. I'm Warshavsky. New details are coming to light about the deadly shooting in Fairfield last month where a man attacked his family and confronted an officer.
But this just proves how thick this snow is. It is perfect for anyone who has a snow day to come outside and build a snowman. And of course, it's still coming down. And you can see here by the roads, look at all this slush. And just a little while ago, we learned a Light Path employee was one of the men who caught the woman who jumped out of that window. Tony Villafane tells us he was driving down the street, saw the flames, called 911 and jumped into action.
It's Wednesday, December 16th, when you step outside to finish up that last minute holiday shopping. I know I've got some to do.
Same.
You may notice it's pretty cold out there.
Yeah.
Well, I say cold, it's really not that bad. Entertainment legend Bill Cosby is free on $1 million bond following arraignment on sexual assault charges Wednesday. A Temple University employee says Cosby drugged and then took advantage of her in 2004, while Cosby says the sex was consensual.
Check out this 1965 Ford Mustang. There are plenty of cars just like this here at the 10th annual Sikorsky Bike and Car Show. All the money raised here today is going to go towards wounded warriors. Sikorsky Airport has about 30,000 veterans working for them. We'll have more on this in later newscasts. In Stratford, Warshavsky, Mobile 12. Becky, police say that the woman was carrying her purse close to her body, just like this, which is how you're supposed to carry it to stay safe. However, they say the suspects attacked her and she fell to the ground and they made off with her purse.
Well, local police officers and firefighters in Stratford will be cruising through Stratford today with shopping carts. It's all part of the Heroes and Helpers program. This is a look back at the event from 2 years ago at the Target in Trumbull. We're told dozens of kids will get to pick out gifts for their families with the help of the police officers and firefighters. It starts this morning at 10 at the Target in Trumbull.
Danielle Watkins will also serve 15 years of probation and could serve an additional 5 years in jail if she violates that probation. She will also register as a sex offender and cannot contact or go near the victims until March of 2030. As we've reported, Watkins admitted she had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old student at Stanford High School and accepted a plea deal in December.
I'm Warshavsky here with today's quick tip. Eric Monty from the Fez in Stanford is here with me.
How are
It
you?
is certainly apple picking season, but we're going to put apples in vodka today.
That's what we're doing.
All
We're taking.
Honestly, Becky, there's no way to stay warm, but you can definitely stay safe by having all those layers on like you just mentioned. And if you take a look behind me, this is not something you normally see at a train station in southwestern Connecticut. No one here waiting at the tracks.
Allie, firefighters say neighbors called them to say that people were jumping out of that building.
Becky, they tell us that 2 women left from the second story after the flames took over their building.
And unfortunately, it looked like the house exploded.
Rafael Alvarado's 69-year-old mother was in this apartment building on Lindley Street when it caught fire this morning. She was able to make it out with minor injuries, but he says she no longer has a place to call home.
We just bought everything brand new for my mother, so she lost everything again. This is like the second fire my mother been in.
Battalion Chief Michael Calderoni says the fire appears to have started on the first floor and tore through the 4 apartments in the building. He tells us they rescued a man inside the home and 2 women jumped from the second floor of the building to safety.
They had bumps and bruises, obviously, from jumping for the second floor, but they didn't have any injuries from the fire itself.
Alicia Zaldivar lives next door and tells us one of those women was her aunt.
This is the only place she's known for a while, and now to start all over again, you know, it's hard.
She says she'd been living in the apartment for the past 15 years. Zaldivar says a lot was lost today, but says it could have been a lot worse.
We could have had tragedies, and thank God there wasn't, but we could have had.
There have been 10 working fires in the past 30 days. In Bridgeport, Warshavsky, News 12, Connecticut.
Ready?
Like many dads,
Set.
Michael Carosa
Push.
says it's fun helping his 5-year-old daughter Michaela
Don't stop.
learn to ride a bike.
You have to look straight.
But unlike many young fathers,
Pay attention to the road.
he's had a lot of practice.
45 minutes we usually do this.
The owner of Carosa Fitness in Stamford
Let's see how far you guys can jump onto the mat.
has been working with kids since he got his start 17 years ago
Nice work. That was your best one.
as a personal trainer at New York Sports Club in Springdale.
Good job, Jordan.
It's also when he started working with kids with special needs.
Some things just take a little bit longer. require a lot of patience, Good job. but at the end of the day, You guys should be good at it now. it's extremely rewarding.
Carosa says when a child with special physical or mental needs is finally able to ride a bike,
Keep going, Michaela. Good job.
it can be life-changing.
Bike riding requires a lot of balance. It requires endurance. It requires core and lower body strength. These are things that a lot of kids that have special needs don't have. Ready? Go.
That's why he says he will never turn down a client's request for help and even holds a special class each year focused on bike riding.
I don't really see anything that's mental or physical being, that much of a disability. It's just a challenge and an obstacle. Yeah, you could try.
A new challenge came his way 4 years ago when his youngest daughter Stella was born without a hand.
In 17 years, I haven't really worked with anyone that was missing a limb. All right, let Stella go first, and then you could try it.
But what was once shock, he says, is now
It's fun as a father, and it's fun as a coach to make sure that she's empowered to do things that all the other kids can do. One more lap, and then you get to go, okay?
like riding a bike.
Me as a coach and as a trainer, it really brought in my ability to think out of the box and have to deal with things that I wasn't used to seeing before.
In Stamford, Warshavsky, News 12, Connecticut. Gillian, police say it happened around noon on Monday. They say a 25-year-old was walking through this parking lot near Gay Street when the suspects approached her and tried to grab her purse. They say she tried to fight back and was knocked to the ground. Take a look at this surveillance video. Police say it shows the two suspects running through the garage with the purse shortly after the attack. They say they ran to the back of an apartment building on Forest Street where they ditched the purse but took the cell phone and money that was inside. Police say they are investigating several similar robberies in the downtown area but do not believe these suspects are responsible for all of them. They say a 75-year-old woman was recently robbed of $500 while walking on Bedford Street and are investigating a similar incident they say happened near Target yesterday. Now, police are asking anyone with information on the robberies and if they know who the suspects are to give them a call. Their number is on our website, news12.com. In Stamford, Warshavsky, Mobile 12.